If you've seen the movie 8 Mile, then you're familiar with the climactic rap battle at the end when the protagonist, Jimmy B. Rabbit Smith, takes on the film's antagonist, Papa Doc. B. Rabbit raps first, and his strategy is to bring up and address everything that Papa Doc plans to say about him before he has the chance to do so. By doing so, when it's Papa Doc's turn to talk, he has nothing to say. The counterargument is the section of your essay which enables you to employ this very same technique. For many people, the most challenging part of a counterargument is deciding what counterclaim or counterclaims to address. A counterclaim is something that people who hold the opposite position of yours would argue against you. You don't want to argue weak counterclaims or misrepresentations of your opponent's actual positions. Doing so is called a straw man fallacy, and it makes your position much weaker than what it does when you argue against a high-quality counterclaim. It's difficult but very effective to put yourself in the shoes of your opponent and think about what's wrong with your arguments or what arguments they might present against you. In a verbal argument, people can present points back and forth, but with writing, you only get one chance to address all potential backlash that could come your way. So you have to think carefully about those possibilities and narrow it down to one or two of the best counterclaims. Once you've picked a counterclaim or two, there are a couple of different ways to address them. You could use logical explanations or other reliable evidence to explain why the counterclaim is wrong or invalid. You might also acknowledge the counterclaim as a good point, but explain why it's not a good enough reason to change your position on the issue. Perhaps it's only one good point while your side has multiple good points that are equally valid. Or perhaps one of the arguments you presented is much stronger than the reason provided in the best counterclaim you could conceive. In the example provided, you'll see that the most popular reasons for making seatbelts a legal requirement are acknowledged by the author, but the author explains the flaws in the reasoning that come with it. If the author believed that the opposition's best counterclaims were logically sound, he or she could acknowledge that before explaining why, even though they are logically sound, they are not good enough reasons to trump the reasons for the author's position. An example of that kind of counterargument can be seen here. Once you've examined the different examples of counterargument, experiment with writing some of your own counterarguments for persuasive or argumentative issues that you have written, talked, or argued about before.